Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of Divine FM. This week, I'm going to be talking about breaking the cycle and releasing control. I am a control freak, for sure. I feel like a lot of us probably are when it comes to our personal lives. I mean, how can we not be? Especially when I'm on this path of trying to better myself and I'm trying to stay present in every moment and always just trying to show up as my best self, basically. And in doing that, I feel like I hold a lot of control. And is that the right word? Just the right way to say it? I guess, yeah, I hold a lot of control when it comes to my life because I need to. I feel the need to constantly think about my future occurrences and scenarios and how I'm going to react to them and hopefully reacting to them in this certain way that is the way that I know I should versus the way that I feel like my body naturally would, etc. And it's tough. And it's not just with our personal lives either. It definitely has to do with our interpersonal relationships 100%. Definitely what's motivating me to do this podcast this week just because I unfortunately am grieving something that never even was, and I don't know, I just feel literally very sad about the fact that I have to release control or an attachment to someone, and that's just I don't know, it's just something that I'm not very good at and it makes me really sad. So I'm going to try to deal with it in a healthy way and talk to you guys about it too. So some ways that I have been trying to release control of my life is obviously staying present. Whenever I'm able to stay present and really I guess let things unfold naturally, that's whenever I feel like life really feels the lightest and the happiest for me anyways. And it's really disappointing every time whenever something you really hope is going to happen or something that you feel like is going to happen and you put all of your trust into something or to someone and then it doesn't happen. Those feelings of disappointment fucking suck. And I want to be able to avoid those feelings at all costs now because I forgot what that felt like. It's almost a feeling of rejection, whenever you really think something's going to happen and you're putting your best foot forward and you're being vulnerable and you're just trusting that everything's going to work out for you and unfold in the right way, and then it doesn't, and then and then you realize that it was just all in your head, almost just all me trying to control my life and in a way almost controlling other people and other scenarios by acting certain ways because I have certain fears, certain traumas that affect the way that I am. And I just think if I can stay present in every moment and really just let things happen naturally, that's been a really big blessing for me. And just releasing the control I have. And also it definitely has helped not have as much disappointment in my life / stressful situations occurring and just snowballing and turning into something that didn't need to occur. I guess an example is actually yesterday I got up early, and I have been struggling to get up early for the gym the past couple of weeks since I transitioned to living with my grandma. And so this yesterday morning I finally got up and I was I was telling myself the night before, I deserve this. I deserve to go in the mornings. I feel so good when I go, and I love to go, and it's just such a better experience for me when I go in the mornings. And so I got up the next morning, I went to bed, literally hit the pillow at 6:30 p.m. or something. But didn't end up falling asleep, so probably closer to 9. But I got up and I got dressed, and I don't even know, listening to a podcast or something on the way, and I hit a curb and bent the rim on my wheel, and it was really bad. Honestly, it was really bad. Oh my god. just thinking of the picture I took of my wheel is actually crazy. Um, I was literally just driving to the gym. Like it was not even 5:30 in the morning yet. It was dark as fuck. That's my excuse, but like obviously you're not supposed to hit the curb, so I did something wrong. But right after I had hit that curb, and it felt like I was almost in like a little mini car accident because my car went like, oh my god, it was just not fun. Really was bringing back some like PTSD moments for me because if y'all don't know, I've been in three like major car accidents by myself. Well, actually, my first one I was with my best friend. I fucking love her. She's amazing and brave. But I've been in three major car accidents, all of which was not my fault, but like I was involved in whatever. My car ended up getting totaled in all of them, and like it was really scary. Like I would say definitely the last two. Like I've been in multiple car accidents, like more than three, but like three major ones that like ended up totaling my car slash like almost killing me. And I say that lightly just because I feel like I have just the most amazing luck in the absolute world because there's no way that actually, I don't want to say that out loud because I guess there is a way that I could have survived them because I did. But anyways, back to my story. After I hit the curb, I like was getting those like triggering emotions immediately. But since I was like staying present, it was really weird. Like almost having like a battle between like the angel and the devil on my shoulder, being like one part of me was like panicking because obviously when you do something like that, like your heart rate's gonna increase and you're gonna get like just super anxious and oh my gosh. It was a few moments for sure of me being extremely triggered and scared and like realizing that like my tire was fucked and I like couldn't even drive and I was like legit like seconds away from the gym. It was crazy. I was so close and I just fucked up so bad. And so I ended up like getting my car, I parked it into like the closest lot that I could and I like debated for quite a few minutes like what I should do as well as like trying to take deep breaths. And I'm glad I did that because I literally didn't know what to do. I first looked for like tire places that were around, but it was literally like five, I don't know, maybe 20 something in the morning, maybe even earlier than that. And so none of the tire places were open. Like they're all like opening at like 8 or something. And I was like, oh my god. And I still had to go to work. I ended up having to call out of work, but so I ended up just like sitting there for a while, and, like regulating my breath and like trying to get myself out of that like panic state because eventually I decided I like had to call my dad, and I did not want to call my dad. Like what the fuck? I did not want to call my dad because I knew he would be extremely upset with me, but I knew it was the only smart choice for me to make at the moment. And so I called him, and then like two rings in, I had realized that he had actually taken the day off from work too, and was gonna sleep in. And so I hung up like two rings in, and I was like having a little panic attack. But then he called me back like right after, because his ass literally is such a light sleeper. And then he calls me back and is like, "What happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I fucked up. Like I ran over a curb and I fucked up my tire, and I need you to come pick me up and help me, like take me to like a tire place or something, you know." So he did, and it ended up being like honestly a really good, a really good experience. I learned how to change a tire by myself, and so whenever we went to some like I don't know, it was like a family tire place, looking place, and we had them bend back my rim of my original wheel because it was so fucked up, so fucked up. We haven't been them back because originally we were just going to try to put that back on my wheel because my wheel itself wasn't fucked up. It was just like the rim was extremely fucked up. So we did that and then we decided to go to Discount Tire and my dad helped me out and we ended up getting me all new tires because I'm also driving somewhere for a couple of days in like 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks or so, like mid-December, and I really wanted to have my car like up to par, you know, just in case anything happens because I'm gonna be alone for a couple of days, like hours away from my home. So I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I have new tires, and I'm glad that it was like a really good experience for me, even though it was like supposed to be a triggering experience for me. Supposed to be as in like it normally would have been, and it probably would have been for most people. And it was, like, it was triggering. But I just, like, I don't know, I, like, released control. That's, like, literally all I did was realizing that I wanted to react in a certain way, but I just knew I couldn't. It wouldn't be good for me. It wouldn't be good for my dad. It wouldn't be good for anyone. And so I didn't even cry. Oh, my God. I'm just now realizing I did not cry a single time. That is freaking growth for me. Oh my god. Yeah, so I literally didn't even cry. I did have like a few like triggered moments for sure by myself, but like whenever I was with my dad, I literally told myself in the car, I was like, this is gonna work out. Like before he even came and picked me up or anything, like probably right after I got off the phone with him and I was just sitting in my car alone, like waiting for him. I was telling myself affirmations like, I'm safe, I'm okay, everything's gonna be okay. And I was telling myself like everything's gonna be more than okay. Like I'm going to be so okay. Everything's okay. I'm okay. My dad's okay. My car's okay. Today's gonna be a great day. And then like it was. It ended up being a great day. And I was just really proud of myself, and I felt like that was a really good teaching moment, probably for not only me, but also for my dad, to show him, that I am capable, I am capable of making the right decisions, of making smart decisions, and maybe they're not what they would decide, but they can at least agree with me that it was the best decision in the moment, I guess, and that's enough for me, because, any validation is validation from your parents, you know? I take it with a grain of salt because the validation I give myself simply is enough. But like, it is really nice to just have a good, like, almost bonding experience with my dad when like he's like a very closed off, like emotionally incapable person. Like not emotionally incapable, like emotionally closed off. Like just doesn't like to be vulnerable and stuff, as most men are. And as having a daughter like me, it feels very neglectful to like not get that like level of love that I want from my dad. So like when I do get like really any like I don't know feelings of companionship and things from him, I love it because it's not toxic. It's not. It's just like it feels like unconditional love. And that's what I want from your parents. And so yeah, rant aside about my dad. um, that was an example of me releasing control and like really having a good experience out of something that could have like so easily like ruined my whole day, my whole week, my whole probably month. And so yeah, it's really cold in my car. I might honestly not make this podcast too long. I'm sitting in here, but I don't have like heat or AC or anything, so I'm just in here with some blankets. And it's, I mean, honestly pretty cozy as fuck. I can't move because my mic is on my lap, but I'm chilling. But I am getting a little cold. But yeah, I always lose my train of thought after I go into little stories. But yeah, I really just wanted to encourage you guys to start to look at your life in a way that is just free, like releasing control of the things that obviously we can't control, and also like releasing like expectation of outcomes and of people, of jobs, of literally anything, like releasing the expectation of like what your weekend's gonna be like. Just like trying to avoid feelings of disappointment and like neglect towards yourself or like disappointment in yourself and or with just, outside scenarios or people or whatever. The less of that the better because those feelings really suck and they're sad and they're hard and they're heavy and it takes a lot of energy to like look past or see past those emotions, to feel past those emotions, to like be my higher self and not choose not. Well, it's not that I'm choosing not to feel them, but like I'll feel them when I feel them, but like I'm not gonna willingly feel them, and I'm not gonna willingly put myself in positions where I want to be like rejected, where I want to be whatever, disappointed. Like, no one wants that. But I still hold love, obviously. Like, if I can hold such an unconditional level of love for myself, like, hell yeah, I'm gonna hold that for everyone else. Even the people who reject me, even the people who disappoint me, even whatever, like, whatever doesn't work out, like, I still hold love, because, like, I feel like everything works out in divine timing, and, like, not that everything, happens for a reason, per se. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. Maybe it's easier to feel like that's true, because, I mean, it'll really help you not question things, I guess, but questioning things is good as well, but I don't know. I'm trying not to like go too personal because like there's something specific. Obviously, I like. Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. It's just a little tiff. No biggie. But yeah, I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you next week on Divine FM. Bye, guys.